Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Carlos Alcaraz. Please raise your hand and state your organisation when asking your question. We'll start. Carlos, how have your preparations been?
Well, it's going pretty well. I always say that it's not easy to play on grass, and I couldn't play tournament before Wimbledon, so this week is gonna be it's going to be tough for me, but I'm getting ready.
Hi Carlos, it's JG from Game to Love. The question I've got is, we know you use a lot of kick serves on other surfaces. Have you had to make many adjustments to the serve to play better on grass?
A little bit. Now I'm serving a little bit more the slice and not the kick, but it bounces well when I hit the kick as well. But I'm not play as much as I want the kick serve here.
Hi Carlos, Howard Fenderich with the Associated Press. You mentioned the sort of switch to grass. I'm wondering for you, what do you think is the hardest part for you of playing on grass? And what aspect of what you do well on other surfaces translates the best to grass?
The hardest thing, I would say, to move. For me, move well on grass is the hardest thing. Well, I would say to play aggressive, trying to go to the net. This is the best part that I translate my game in the other surface to this one.
Hi, I saw you today hitting with Dan Evans, and you of course have a less experience on this kind of surface than players like them. Are you trying to copy something or even talk to them to get your feelings as best as you can on the grass?
Yes, of course. I trying to see the trainings of the best players. Evans is I think he played very well on grass, so I'm trying to copy some things from the best ones. I always watch videos, Federer, Djokovic, Rafa move, Andy as well, trying to copy the moves and stuffs from them.
Hi Carlos, Joseph Riegel from Tennis Head. You got a win last year in your Wimbledon debut, and then you lost to Daniil Medvedev when he was world number 2. He's now world number 1, but he won't be playing here this year. What do you think of the fact that some of the world's best players, including the top ranked player in the world right now, isn't allowed to play here at the tournament this year?
Well, I mean, it's tough to a tournament not allow the number 1 play. You know, is everyone wants to see the number 1 playing in every tournament. So, well, it's a pity to miss some of the best players in the world. That's the all I can say. That's all I can say.
Matthew?
Hi, Matthew Lambert, Daily Mail. 2 questions. First of all, this isn't a surface or a tournament where historically there's been that much Spanish success before Nadal. So how much of an inspiration, how much does that help, having seen someone like Rafa really adapt his game and play really well on grass? And also, just for you personally, given that you haven't played much on grass, what are your expectations for yourself this fortnight?
Well, of course, watching Rafa, that is, I would say, more for clay courts, win a lot of so many tournaments on grass, winning twice here in Wimbledon. You think that you are able to adapt your game to grass court, but myself, I would say I have a game is going to adapt well on grass, trying to go to a net, playing aggressive. I would say I'm able to play well on grass, and well, I always said I couldn't prepare well for Wimbledon this year, but I always come to every tournament thinking that I'm able to do a good results or even able to win the tournament.
Thanks.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. This is the 100th anniversary of center court. What is your impression of what center court means, center court here at Wimbledon, what it means to the history and the special character of the sport?
Well, I said that the Wimbledon is one of the most beautiful tournaments in the world for me, and the center court is amazing for me, and of course has been a great matches, historic matches in this court, and well, I remember to watch a lot of matches in the center court since the beginning of everything, since I was a kid, and yeah, for me it means a lot to be able to play in these tournaments, and well, I will try to pass rounds to be able to play in the center court.
I'm Matt Dunn, Daily Express. Over the years, Wimbledon seems to have liked nothing better than youngsters doing well, whether it's Sharapova, Boris Becker, and Coco Gauff a few years ago. Do you feel the support when you're around the place at the moment, and do you hope that the crowds can help lift you as well in the same sort of way?
I would say yes. I think the people want the young players grow up faster, and for me, in every tournament that I went, the people support me a lot. I felt the warmth of the people, and of course it helps you. It helps you a lot to feel the crowd behind you supporting you is pretty good for me, and hope this year in Wimbledon do it the same for me.
Two more in English.
Ubaldo Scanagata, UB Tennis, La Nazione. I'd like to know if when you have to, you see a draw, do you see the whole draw? You just look the first opponent, because players sometimes they say yes, I just look the first, but then it's not always true. And I would like to know if you know also after Struff, which is already a strong opponent, if you have seen also somebody else, like Sinner, for instance.
Well, first of all, I always see the first round, of course, and the maximum I was until the second round. If I win the first round, I see the opponent of the second round. More than this, I'm not very often to watch the whole draw. I don't know how to say about it.
Last English question?
Carlos, you've made a lot of very quick movement up the rankings. Youngest guy in a long time to be in the top 10. Just wondering how important to you are the rankings, and how much do you pay attention to that, and do you use that as sort of a way of seeing how well you're doing, or maybe they don't mean anything at all to you, but I'm just wondering what the rankings mean for you.
Well, of course, to grow up in the ranking, to be top 10 for me is amazing. I see the rankings, and I train for reach more places in the ranking, But for me right now, it's not the most important thing. Just still getting experience in every surface, in every tournament. Right now, I'm very focused on the Grand Slams as well, and the ranking for me right now is like secondary. I'm trying not to think too much about the ranking right now.
Thank you. We're going to switch to Spanish questions.
¿Qué tal?